Okay. So this one was the one I've been thinking about for a while. And when I wrote my list, this came out immediately. I don't care. I know gambling has become a big deal. I know everybody's sponsored by gambling, DraftKings and FanDuel and all this nonsense. I get it. I don't care about your picks. I really don't. I don't care who you think is going to win. I don't care what you think about the point spread. I don't give a rat's ass that you have money on the game and you lost because some kicker missed a kick or somebody fumbled or some coach did something stupid. I don't give a shit. Your gambling problem is your problem. Okay? Leave it out of my show. Leave it out of my sports talk. I don't care. Okay? I think and by the way, and this is the problem, Clark, it's bleeding into everything. People lose a pick on a gambling bet, and then they come in and bitch about something that they couldn't care less about. Nobody cares about what decision the Indianapolis Colts coach made on 4th down, except that they had money on the game. So yeah. It's infecting everything. I understand gambling is a huge deal. I get it. I understand. But I don't care about your picks. Now the shows that are advertised as this is a gambling show, I get it. That's fine. If you're doing a show for gambling, about gambling, for gamblers, that's fine. I have zero problem with it. And it doesn't mean I'm not interested in point spreads. It doesn't mean I don't like hearing kind of what the philosophy is behind it sometimes. I get it. But I don't want to hear about how you did and how you're mad at this team because you lost a bet. I'm done with it. I'm done. And the anger from fans now is going to be out of control because of all the money that's gambled and all the money spent. I get it, but I don't care. I'm not interested in it. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, it's, to be honest, if people start talking about how their fantasy team did,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing. Honestly, I think the fantasy team is worse.
Oh,
because most of these fantasy teams, it's season-long fantasy, so you're not going to win any money until the end of the year. So it's like, oh, you lost this week. So, did you lose any money? At least the gambling thing, it's like, oh, you lost money. All right, okay, that's at least... maybe there's a little bit of interesting thing with that.
Well, yeah, because the gambling, we at least have some context. We know who won and who lost, whatever. When you're talking about your fantasy team, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what your league is like. I don't know what your rules are like. And it is so not interesting. Nobody cares about what's happening in your fantasy team. Okay? That's like telling me about a story that you wrote that nobody else has heard of. It literally, it means absolutely nothing to me. And I'm tired. I'm tired of it. Now, again, I understand there are shows specifically for gambling, and when they do a segment these are the games you should bet on, I have no problem with that. I'm not crushing people for doing that. I understand it's part of our culture now, the sports gambling thing. But the insanity on it, where people are upset or their day is ruined, or it colors their analysis of the game because of whether they won or lost money, is just, I'm sorry, I don't have time for it. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, I understand the show having commercials about it, but then it feels like everyone need to be talking about it during the broadcast, and they need to, we're brought to you by this and this, whatever. But I just, we went for years with illegal gambling, and it was a huge industry. How much promotion, now that it's legal, how much promotion do you really need to do to get people to gamble? I mean, really? We need to just be talking about this all the freaking time. All the commentators have got to have money on this. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. And like you said, it's just boring and uninteresting. And just, there's other stuff that we can talk about. I mean, if post your gambling picks on Twitter, okay, and I can go look at them there. I don't need to hear 20 minutes of you talking about why you want to take this team plus, whatever, or this team, minus however many points, or you're taking the over under, or you're doing prop bets, or you're betting on the first half come on, man. I really don't care.
Yeah, I have no problem with gambling. I have nothing against it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying there's a place for it, and the place is not we're analyzing the game and you're mad because your team lost or you lost money on a game. That has no place in where we're at.